It's hard to believe that hunger exists in Citrus County, but it is definitely present in our community. Nearly 27,000 residents live below the poverty level. 68% of our children attending our schools receive free or reduced lunches.
The child poverty rate in Citrus County is 50% higher than the U.S. average. Hunger not only affects children in our community, but it affects our seniors and adults and teenagers and the very men and women who fought for our freedom, our veterans.
If you look at it as a child, it's a child who goes to bed hungry. It's a child who wakes up in the morning and the child's not sure that things are going to change much. He's asked to go to school and compete scholastically, and he has a disadvantage. He's not playing on an equal playing field.
And we see it in the law enforcement end, day in and day out, because we go to homes and different environments that the normal person in Citrus County never enters. And some of the sites are brings us to great despair when we see some of these children.
The impact on our schools is that we know by research and also by our own observation that when our students are hungry, then they just do not learn well.
You know, our kids shouldn't have to worry about where their next meal is coming from. They shouldn't have to be wondering, you know, how their hunger is affecting their relationship with their peers or their learning. Right now, Blessings is providing at least 65 hours of those missing days and times, 2.5 days of food that those kids are not going to have to worry about. That's giving them comfort, it's giving them hope, and that's going to make a difference in their lives.
When the school bell rings on a Friday afternoon, many of our children return home to empty cupboards, scarce supplies, and in some cases, no home at all. I'm Grace Hingesbach, Executive Director of Citrus County Blessings. The sole mission of Citrus County Blessings is to provide food to hungry children on the weekend, ensuring that they receive the nutrition they need to return to school on Monday morning, and subsequently so they can grow up to be happy, healthy, and successful members of our community.
Students are referred by either a guidance counselor, a school administrator, sometimes a teacher. Sometimes when they're enrolled and they become eligible, if a guidance counselor talks with the parent. And then each week on Friday, they pick up a bag of food that's been packed by volunteers. In that bag are 2 entrees like beefaroni, 2 meats like franks and beans, 2 breakfasts, 2 snacks, 2 fruits, 2 beverages, and they pick it up on the way to the bus, and nobody ever knows anything about what it's all about. So it's pretty anonymous for the kids, and there's no stigma attached.
Citrus County Blessings makes an impact. They have over 300 volunteers that believe in their mission and spend countless hours stuffing bags with food so that our children have something to eat on Saturday and Sunday.
When we started the program at Hernando Elementary, we know that we've got kids coming to school every day not eating, not going home sometimes to a good meal. And it's not always just about the food and the nutrition. It's also about the resources that some of our parents do not have access to. So when our students go home, we want to make sure that they continue to eat healthy, so when we get them back on Monday mornings that we can begin that learning process again with our kids.
With the support of our superintendent, Citrus County Blessings serves over 1,000 children in Citrus County for 35 weekends during the school year.
And we intend to increase that school population that we serve to whatever is needed in the future through the donations that we raise to a community that, as I said, is very supportive of feeding hungry children.
Our teachers know our students so well. It's not just a classroom with 18 kids in it. They spend 5 days a week, 6 hours a day, 180 days a school year. They know what these kids' needs are without having to ask them and without having to do any data research.
parent wants to see their child go to bed hungry. I support Citrus County Blessings because they fill a bag with food when a pantry is empty. They're the only organization which identifies the children with the greatest need in our schools and sends them home with a bag of food so that they can eat until they return to school on Monday.
They're giving hope to a child. And, you know, if you don't have hope, you don't have any reason for getting out of bed in the morning. So I believe that the support we provide for these hungry children in a very small way is hope to them for a better future.
But most of all, it gives to the child the feeling that somebody does care, the feeling that they will be able to overcome this.
Nothing looks as rosy to you if you're hungry. And I think, you know, when you guys are able to get to those children and you do such a wonderful job in obtaining this goal, I think then the child truly feels good about himself and that things are possible.
One important reason that I volunteer for the Blessings program is that it's completely local. All proceeds from any fundraiser or any grant that may be received are spent locally and spent on the children here.
And I tell you, just a smile on that face gives me chills going down my arms right now talking about it. I think it's a huge impact on our kids, but also our community, to know that they can help and give back to our kids.
You're not just giving to Blessings, you're investing in our students. You're investing in their future and our community's future.
When you donate, you are giving more than food to a hungry child. You are giving them hope for a better future. Through this program, it costs $125 to feed a child for the entire school year. As God states, let us stop saying we love people. Let us really love them and show them with our actions. Please join me in supporting an organization that fulfills a need in feeding our children over the weekend. Let's let no child go to bed hungry in our community.
Large or small, your donation will give a beautiful gift of one less hunger pang to a child in our backyard. Thank you for being the part of our community that makes a difference.